So welcome to the learning curve number 20. I can't believe we're already 20 days into the year. The light is returning, most definitely. We have a beautiful day here, mild, not so cold, high 30s. Boys all just hanging out. Thomas is right here trying to get involved. He's right in the middle of everything. So we're going to try a different vantage point today as I read the second half of the excerpts from the diaries of Mrs. Dorothy Brooke, who created the Brooke Foundation, the global foundation that serves working animals around the world. So I really do love this woman's story. It's so inspirational. I learned so many things from it. And yesterday we talked about when she first began doing the work and how, you know, they set aside a day where that would be the day that they would evaluate the horses that they bought, and they decide how they were going to proceed, whether to put them down right on the spot or give them 2 or 3 days of kindness and good food and warmth and luxury, and then put them down. I mean, her job was incredibly difficult. She wasn't there to try to rehabilitate any of the horses there. She was there to try to help them all cross over in a deserving and honorable way. These were our war horses from the Great War in 1914 through the 18th, and you know, horses contributed so much, and she did her part in honoring them and carrying on a tradition of caring for working animals everywhere. So this is the second part of her diary, excerpts from her diaries. We talked about how she would I'll read you a little paragraph by her, and then we'll get back into the book. This is by Dorothy Brooke herself. My success was almost entirely due to the fact that the word had gone round that I was mad. The Mad Sitt, S-I-T-T, lady was the name I was known by, not only to every decrepit horse owner in Cairo, but over a large part of Egypt itself. To the minds of these men, anyone who would go to the lengths I did to hunt and buy the oldest, lamest, and most useless horses in the country in order to provide them with a better stabling than some of the racing establishments, feed them on bursum and bran mashes, bed them in deep straw, and employ a large army of helpers to attend them, only with the admitted object of having them killed in a few days' time, proved beyond all shadow of a doubt that I was very mad indeed. Mrs. Dorothy Brooke. Gradually, the surplus of old war horses which had accumulated while the work was held up was absorbed. The numbers brought in for sale dwindled to an average of about 40 to 50 every Thursday. Looking back on all she had accomplished, one can feel certain she thought a little of her own share and a great deal of other people's, for that was her way, ever her way. She was indeed overwhelmed with gratitude to those who made the rescue of the horses possible, and it was no mean achievement. During the campaign, from 40 to 70 old war horses and mules were bought once a week during the 9 months of the year for the 4 years. For this purpose, horse lovers in England and all over the world subscribed £40,000 in this time period alone, not counting what has been done since. In total, she has rescued over 5,000 horses. Imagine having to give the instructions to put down 12 horses a day. Horses which all had their lives worked out of them and which had 3 or 4 blissful days only in which to realize that once again they had everything they could want to eat, good beds upon which to lay their weary bones, voices speaking kindly to them, no heavy carts to drag after them day after day without even a Sunday's respite. Visualize having to make this decision not once but for months and years and in cold blood. The strain must have been very great, the heartache at times unbearable. It must have required a courage not often met in men, let alone in a woman, especially a woman with a heart of gold. One more quote from her. So many people persist in giving me all the credit that I do want to make it abundantly clear that it would be absolutely impossible for me to achieve any fraction of success but for the unselfish, sustained, and invaluable help rendered by a great number of other people who never receive adequate recognition. Mrs. Dorothy Brooke. Boy, the same could be said here at Blue Star. You know, so many people that just give and give. We're being visited by just about everybody who's interested in what we're doing out here. You know, these film sessions every day, every time, you teach us something new. But I'm glad to see everybody coming and visiting. I have Kelly here with Ice behind her. Ice had his teeth done today at a periodontal surgery done, actually. So hopefully that will help in his healing. And we have Tom here helping with the filming of the camera. He's like grabbing onto Paul's shirt and hat and licking his arm and moving it. Yeah, he's not helping. So Thomas, thank you for all your assistance. It was we're very grateful you did knock it over. So that's it for today, folks. I hope you guys really liked this, if you could understand it or make it out, but like the stories about Mrs. Dorothy Brooke. She's somebody to look up to, especially when we find ourselves on the front lines of this work here that we're trying to do, all of us together. I really want to talk to people that are watching these videos to encourage them to tell their friends to join the herd. It's with the help of all of us together, little bits and little amounts, even $10 a month, that we can continue to do all these things that we're able to do with our horses that we love so much here in our community. Okay, over and out. We'll see you tomorrow.